Okay, in this video I'm going over the test review questions for the reading test tomorrow. Number one, what do you think Ocella McCarty meant when she said that she was spending her money on herself? So she donated all this money, so the money went to a college fund, but yet McCarty in the text says that she spent it on herself. What does she mean by this? Obviously, she didn't literally spend it on herself, but she feels like she did spend it on herself. Okay, so let's see where in the text we can find some information on this. Okay, so page 307 in the textbook. If you reread that page, it's a very short page. There's a very little text on page 307. But if you read it, it talks about, that's where she talks about how she is spending the money on herself. Okay, so think back about what she said, how giving that money has made her feel, what that money was used for, and put together some thoughts, citing evidence from the text, onto why she considers donating the money actually spending that money on herself. Why does she feel that even though she's giving the money away, she still feels like she spent it on herself? Okay, and a good one for this is kind of think about, well, how does it feel when you do something really good for somebody else? Doesn't that make you feel better? Even though you're giving to someone else, it gives you a great feeling as well, just like that great feeling you have when you open up a gift on your birthday. You have this great feeling inside because you're excited about it, but you actually have similar feelings when you give something to somebody that really needs it. You have that same kind of, and maybe even a little different, but you have that sense of excitement, and maybe it's even better than getting a gift yourself because you feel that feeling of having helped someone else, done a good deed. Okay, so think about that as well when you're answering number one to help you. Number two, how was McCarty's business similar to a laundromat, and in what ways was it different? You may want to make your own Venn diagram. We've been working on those in class, so don't hesitate to use a Venn diagram to help you answer this question. You can create the Venn diagram showing on one side a laundromat, on another side what McCarty did, and in the middle how the two are similar. And then you'll also be able to use that Venn diagram to then show how they are different, and then explain it and use evidence from the text. Okay, for example, let's go into the text. So on page 305, for example, in the second paragraph, it mentions some ways that her business was different from a laundromat. But in both businesses, in a laundromat and what McCarty did, they are both cleaning clothes. But again, on page 305, that second paragraph on 305, it starts to talk about, even though they were both washing clothes, a laundromat washes clothes and McCarty washes clothes, in that paragraph, it talks about how a laundromat and McCarty's business are different. So make sure you cite your evidence from the text as well. And number three, how did McCarty's gift to the university create a series of causes and effects that led to checks arriving at the university from all over? So this time we're going to go to page 306, I believe. Let me just double check real quick. Okay, again, this one's on page 307. It talks about how checks started coming in from all over. Now, To do because and effect, I like to call it because and effect. So because McCarty gave that gift, what happened that led to checks coming in to the university from all over? So because McCarty gave her that first check of $150,000, what started happening? Okay, what was the next thing? Right after she gave the money, what happened? Then because of that, what happened? Until it eventually leads to people and businesses all over sending checks in to also donate to this scholarship fund. Okay, so again, there's some information on page 307 that talks about some of the stuff that happened right after she donated the money. And then page 307 is where you get to the part where now checks are starting to come in from all over. Okay. Again, if you have any additional questions, though, don't hesitate to raise your hand. Make sure you're using your textbook thoroughly, reading closely and carefully to help you find the answers that you're looking for. All right, thanks again for watching, and I'll see you on the next one.